That's what offense does to you. It puts you in a position where, guess what, you can't even hear or see God. And that's the bait, that's the trap. That's the trap that we've all fallen into. Offense, I told you last week, offense is not is an event, but offended is a position. Offense is an event, but offended is a position. That means you had to take the position of being offended. So you had to accept what somebody has done to you. And it's hard, it's really hard, especially when you're in a relationship. When you love somebody, when you done been with the person, or when you spend money on it, you spend money and time, and took them out to dinner, then took them to the movie, and then you say, hey, you know what, where you want to go? I don't know, I'm going here, no, I don't want to go there. Now I'm offended, because I just asked you where you wanted to go, you ain't say nothing. Well, I'll take you home, That's how it goes, though. Because at the end of the day, I asked you a simple question. Now I'm offended because now I took in a position that I'm mad at you. Why y'all looking at me? I think first lady will come up behind me. Lord have mercy. Stay in your place, Lord have mercy. The reason offended is a position because the enemy wants to control the decisions you're about to make regarding the offense. Hey, baby, how you doing? So now you have to take a position. A position. You have taken a position to be offended. What's your position? Have you ever said something and somebody took it out of context and they didn't take it the way you said it? Yeah. That happens a lot, don't it? And I'm saying something, I'm like, baby, I want to do this. Well, what you mean? Wait, hold on. That's how I'm going to leave me alone right now. That's getting in trouble. All I said was a little simple phrase, and now you done blew it up all the way up to here. It happens in church a lot. Well, pastor said, well, wait a minute, that ain't what I meant. Well, you should have said it clear. You can't speak for me. Amen. But that's what happens in relationships. Well, baby, I want to do A, B, and C. Oh, you don't love me? How did you get that out of that? How did you get me wanting to go to the store? You don't want me to ride with you to somebody else, so you want to look? Hey, man, I just want to go to the store and get some bread. You sure that's all you get to bread? Okay, hold on. Let me stop. But that's how offense works. That's how it works. You take the little bitty things. I do need some bread. You take the little bitty things and blow it up. And see, now I'm about to be offended. I'm about to take a position up in here. We ain't card free. Lord, help me. Turn to John 10:10. Let me see if y'all know this scripture, so I can take it a position. John 10:10 says, the enemy comes to what? To steal, kill, and destroy. He never said that he would take something so large and so great to do it. 99% of the time it's something very small. When you're offended, what happens is it's really not what the person said. There is something more deeper or greater on the inside of you that you have not dealt with that's making it to rise up at that particular time. There's some things that First Lady has done to me in my lifetime. I just hold it. Men do that sometimes. They just hold stuff. Some men be like, I'm just gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it. And then we explode all at one time. Yeah. And it'd be over something simple that we explode. And he'd be like, are you really mad about that? Yeah. No, not really. Let me tell you what I'm mad about. And now we're gonna be here for a whole hour. Because I gotta go back to 1963. But that's how it happens, though. It happens in ministry. Well, Pastor, you said this 2 years ago. Well, why you ain't talk to me 2 years ago? Why did you come to me when I first said it? Because now what you've done is allowed it to build it up and put me in a position where, first of all, I probably don't even remember what I said. So now I got a lie. Yeah, I said it. I don't know what really said it. I don't know what really said it. But I'm going to say it so you can shut up. Let's be real. That's what happens. I'm trying to keep peace, and is that right? And I'm gonna get to the story here in a second. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Lord help me on this one. Do any of y'all know why the enemy is after you? Let me tell you one reason he's not after you. Not because you're cute. That ain't why the enemy's after you. He's not after you because you're cute. He's after you because you have a destiny and you have a purpose. Yeah. And so since you have a purpose, his job is to stop you from getting to that purpose. Some of y'all think because you're cute, look good, that the enemy's after you. I'm sorry, that's not the case. The case is there's a purpose in your life and a destiny. So therefore he has to stop you. So therefore the kingdom of God cannot go forth. With that being said, now I need you to really look into First John 4:20. The only way this is going to work for any of us is if we start to understand the power of love. That is a word that we throw around so loosely. When I meet with this couple, matter of fact, let me borrow y'all. You mind if I borrow y'all? Come on, dance. Let me borrow you for 1 second. Just stand up right there. You ain't got to come. Just stand up. I'm going to ask you one quick question. Why you want to marry? Yeah. No. Why you want to marry, bro?
Because I can't mind myself in anyone else.
Wow. You know what's crazy? I can marry y'all right now then. I thought he was going to say because I love her till the time to say something. That's not the reason, man. Why you want to marry him?
For his heart, he's a very loving person, and I can't see myself in him when I'm so close.
Woo! I now pronounce you husband and wife. Go ahead. Man, they got married right here on that church. This is the amazing part. Normally, when you ask people that question, they say, "Oh, because I love them. I love them." I asked Michelle, "Do you love me?" She said, "Yeah." She asked me, "I love you." I love her. But there's other things that come with love. There's other things that sometimes we don't even scratch the surface on until after you marry the person. And that's where the test really comes in at. You know, the power of love is something that we haven't even tapped into because, you know, our God loved us, man. He loved us to the point he sent his son to die for us. I'm going to tell you now, I don't know if I'm going to send first lady over kids to die for you. I don't know about that. But that's what he did for us. There's no other greater love. So now what I want to do is get into the power of love, because we have to really understand it. And 1 John 4:20 says, whoever claims to love God, yet hates a brother or sister is a liar. You can't sit there and say you love God and then hate your brother and sister. That's craziness to me. But we do it. No, oh, I love God. No, you don't. You just lied. And the word just said, for whoever does not love their brother and sister, whom they have seen, cannot, I repeat, cannot love God, whom they have not seen. So basically it's saying, how can you love somebody you see? How can you not love somebody you see and love God and you can't see them? It's impossible. I'm looking right at my wife. My wife, I love my wife. And I love God. But then I'm looking at Sharday and saying, well, I don't love her. How can I love God? The two don't go together, but we try to live that way. Or fake love, well, I love you, but you just canceled out what you just said. It doesn't make any sense. And so now it goes on to say, and he has given us the command, anyone who loves God must also love their brother and sister. That was a hard scripture for me. That when I was a kid, that was hard, man. I remember one time I was picking on at my sister, and I don't talk about it much. I'm talking about it today because I know she watching. Her name is Tanya Lenore Scruggs. Yeah, I'm gonna tell her whole name because I gotta tell her whole name. And we was a little kids, I was in middle school, and I would pick on her, and I would call her Tanya Lenore Scruggs. It wasn't nice. And I would pick on her and I would pick on her. But girl, I love you, I love you. And then one day she got fed up with it. After all these years of me calling her name, she got fed up with it. And boy, you know how you know when your sister married? When she stand there and she starts crying and nothing coming out of her mouth and she just starts to shake it, and someone said, "Fool, run." So I started running. And she stood there. And the worst thing you ever want to see is your baby sister head for the kitchen. She headed for the kitchen, I headed for the front door. And I started running. And I figured if I can get past the fence and Shay left, that she wasn't going to get me. That sister grabbed the knife. I hit that fence and I cut left, and that knife went right past my head. She threw that joke, and I didn't know she had a good aim. She almost had. I don't know. I just want to thank you for saving me and protecting me that day. Thank you for allowing me to curse. But that's what happens, foolery. Today, we both probably would have been in jail. But she threw that thing at me, and I loved it. And she said, "I'm going to get you. Don't come back home." And she's 3 years younger than me, so she had to be like 9. But that's the crazy part. That's what we do. Look at what the consequences are going to happen. And man, it took her a long time to forget. So now that I'm older, I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, man. I thought it was funny. My brother laughed, everybody else laughed. Boy, she took it to heart, man. What have you done that somebody's taken to heart? That they're walking in unforgiveness because of something you did to them? That's the bait I'm talking about. The bait that your words have consequences. That your words are more important than anything you can even imagine. And so you have to ask yourself, say, you know what, God, what have I done to somebody? It's amazing, that unforgiveness starts when you have a unmet expectation. When somebody has not met your expectation. That's what unforgiveness is. You expect them to say or do one thing, and then they do the other. And that's what happens. Now you're walking in unforgiveness because they did not meet the expectations that you have. But here's the crazy part about it, though. Some of us have set expectations on other people that you can't even meet yourself. They're too high. So now you have to step back and say, okay, let me step back and look at this thing and look at the expectations that I have set for other people and see if I can even meet them. They're getting married. Nadia's getting married. Has she set expectations for her husband to already set him up for failure? I hope not. And as we talk to him, we get rid of the expectation. I got my man Tim here today, and it's like, if I played games when I met you, what makes you think I'm not going to play games after we get married? Well, I love my video games. That's a part of me. So don't set the expectation in your mind that I'm going to stop playing. Or, this is good. Let me change you. This time, I need you to be quiet. So now what has happened is you already set yourself up for failure. Oh, Betty, I got a better one. You're going to try to change God. Well, God, I'm going to do this, but I need you to do this for me. You're setting the expectation for God that's impossible. Oh, I got a good expectation. Some women said this one. First lady tried this with me when I first met her. She first told me, she said, I don't want to date nobody right now. I ain't ready. I'm like, okay. The second was, I don't want to date nobody with kids. Hold on. What you mean you don't want to date nobody with kids? Don't you got 2 kids? So wait, you got 2 and I got 2. That makes 4. So we good, right? No. I don't want the drama. But wait a minute. You got kids. Is that a reasonable expectation? Oh, hush. See, and that's what we do all the time. We set expectations that other people can't meet. So I was like, okay. Think about an apple tree. Wait a minute, where's the banana at? You got a banana over there? Don't throw me that retarded banana either. Where's your banana? The bananas grow on trees. They grow on trees, right? Is it in the tree? Y'all sure it grows on trees? Y'all positive?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Well, where the tree at? There's somewhere. You know that's amazing? In the jungle. Okay. But isn't that amazing though? We always want the final product, but we don't know the process of where it came from. We always want the final product, but we don't understand the process of where it came from. We have no idea where the banana came from, but we gotta eat it. It came from Publix, okay, or Winn-Dixie, or Walmart, or something. But the only thing we ever care about is the final product. We don't care about the process. We don't care about the root. We don't care about the tree. We don't care about the branch. We just care about the final product. The fact that I can take this thing and eat it. I ain't gonna eat it right now. I ain't gonna eat the banana. I just thank God it's a real banana. A grown banana. She gave me a miniature banana last week. That's crazy. And they even put another number on it. 4011. Okay. But I still don't care about the number. I don't even care about the wrap. I care about what's on the inside of it. And that's what some of us mess up. We care more about what we can get than the process in which it came from. Think about the apple. Same way. Ready? Call us up out, bro. Thank you, man. Turn to Luke 17:1. Luke 17:1. I know I've been picking on my wife a little bit today, so I'm gonna leave her alone. But she's gonna get me back next week when she speaks. Jesus said to the disciples, things that cause people to stumble are bound to come. Okay. But woe to anyone through whom they come. They're coming to offend you. Please don't bow and give the devil more credit than he deserves. Why do y'all give him so much credit? Why? Why does he get so much credit? We give the devil more credit than he deserves. When you mess up, you messed up. When you made a decision, you made a decision. Don't blame it on the devil. Take ownership for what you did. Like I have to take ownership of when my wife is feeling bad because I'm the head of the house. Now I'm gonna give you a Greek word that's called scandalizio. Scandalizio. That's what it is. That's how you pronounce it. Scandalizio. Skandalizo. What'd you say? Skandalizo. It is the Greek word for offended. That is where we get the word scandalous from. Okay? It is used in a way, but as a cause of stumbling, leading one astray, or even an occasion of sinning. In other words, it can mean that the stumbling block to yourself. Scandalizio. Ain't that crazy? So that's where we get scandalous from. Some of y'all are scandalous. Anybody ever been scandalous? Thanks, Tim. Only one person raise hands. I got some people not telling the truth in here. Have you ever heard anybody say the phrase, you know what? That's just how I am. You ever heard somebody say, that's just how I am? That's just me. That's just how I am. No, you're not. Your attitude is not how you are. Your attitude is not how you are. That is a choice and a decision you have made to be that way. You know, we say, well, I'm made like this. No, you're not. How many of you love God? How many of you love God?
Amen.
See, some of y'all afraid to raise your hand. She was like, okay, I really not gonna raise my hand. How many of you love God? Well, if you love God, you can't be that way because guess what? God is love. So he created you in his own image, so he created you in love. So how can you be scandalous and say you love God? You can't. Your attitude does not dictate who you really are. You are a child and you was made in God's image, so therefore you was made in love, so therefore you have made a decision to be scandalous. You know, I love Olivia Pope. I love that show. Man, she can get some people out of some stuff. But the question is, at what cost? At what cost are you being scandalous? Are you being scandalous to the point where your relationship with God is in jeopardy? And it really is. Because God created you for a purpose. The problem is, do you understand the purpose? The purpose is to build the kingdom of God. The purpose is to say, you know what? I love God. I'm created in his image, so therefore I am love, so therefore I have to love. If I want to be like God, I got to start acting and walking and talking like God. So therefore I have to love. If you want God to bless you, you got to start loving. That sucks, don't it? It really does. Why not? That means that you can't talk about people no more. When you start to understand these scriptures and start to understand this word, like when you go to Proverbs 18 and 9, it says, a brother wrong is more unyielding than a fortified city. Disputes are like the barrel gates of the citadel. That's craziness to me. If you have an alt with your brother or sister and you're walking in offense, you're wrong. You're wrong. Better yet, if you have an alt with the person next to you in your bed, you are truly wrong. That's not of God. But I love. Well, if you love him, give it right. Now I'm going with a story with you. Go to Matthew 15. Matthew 15, verse 21 through 30. We're going to talk about the faith of the Canaanite woman. Matthew 15, verse 21 through 30. And when I read this the other day, it made me ask God a question. And I had to pray about this thing, and he gave me an answer. And I'm going to share the question with you. In verse 21, it says, leaving that place, Jesus withdrew to the region of Tyre and Sidon. A Canaanite woman from the vicinity came to him, crying out, Lord, son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is demon-possessed and suffering terribly. Jesus did not answer a word. He ignored her. He ignored her. Ain't that something? I'm like, okay, let's keep reading. So his disciples came to him and urged him, send her away, for she keeps crying out after us. Now that's an offense right there. You can be offended about that. The disciples said, man, get rid of her. Send her away. That'll hurt your feelings if you come to God and say, that's just like y'all saying, Pastor, I need some help. And then Elder Brian said, no, y'all gotta get away. Elder Brian wouldn't say that. But it would hurt though. Then you miss it. Then it says in 4:21, he answered, I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel. The woman came and knelt before him. Lord, help me, she said. He replied, it is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs. I had a question about that. Sounds like somebody getting called a dog to me. Then verse 27 says, yes, it is. Lord, she said, even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table. Wow. Then Jesus said to her, woman, you have great faith. Your request is granted. And her daughter was healed at that moment. That's crazy. Some of our responses would have been totally different than this woman. Her response was out of faith and not out of offense. I would have been offended. I would have been hot. First of all, you ignored me. Second of all, now I'm feeling you calling me a dog. Secondly, I need some help. And now your boys want to send me away. I'm feeling some kind of way. But this woman sat there and says, you know what? I need something from God, from the Son of God. So since I need something, I need her to do something. She did not let their response dictate how she was feeling or what she needed. See, some of us would have just left. Some of us would have just ran away. Some of us would have been like, oh, the heck with this. I'll go find somebody else to help them. There is nobody else. So the problem is she's sitting there and she's like, I'm going to try it again. Lord, I need your help. And I ain't going nowhere. So she stayed there and took everything they said. But it was because of her faith. Where's your faith at, man? Where's your faith? You walk in situations, you walk in offense, you walk in so many things that happen to you. Your boss get on your nerve, your spouse get on your nerves, your kids get on your nerve. Where's your faith that God's going to work it out? People, it's craziness to me because at the end of the day, all you got is your faith. You can choose to love or not to. God tells you have to love, but all you have is your faith. So what are you going to do with it? When I talk to this young couple and I talk to Nadia and them and I talk to the people that are getting married, is your faith in that person that you're marrying or is your faith in God? Because at the end of the day, God is the one that's going to keep the person straight. Amen. My wife has a lot of faith. She got to with me. Because sometimes I'm off the chain. But I know her faith is in God, which controls me. Because she knows I work for God. So who else you going to tell? Tell their boss. You want to get somebody fired? Tell their boss. They get fired. You want to get somebody a raise? Tell their boss. They can give them a raise. But you got to make the decision which way you're going to take this faith up. That woman had all the right to leave. Matter of fact, some of y'all would have did a little bit more than that. Y'all probably would have cursed the disciples out. But I really felt like somebody was being called a dog. At the end of the day, where's your faith taking you? People get offended every day. In 2018, this has been the most offensive year for anybody. Everybody get offended. I'm mad. What you mad about? I don't know. Okay. But it happens in church all the time. Man, somebody gonna get mad at me today, probably. Lord, you cannot live your life worried about if people are offended or not. The only way you can live your life is saying, you know what, God, allow me to do the best that I can do. Allow me to be the best. I'm going to make some decisions that's not going to make you happy. Like my finance team, they probably mad at me because I didn't tell them how much this cost. Or who paid for it. But listen, but when I get in the meeting, they're gonna be part of that. What are you talking? And I got an answer for them. Derek Mark.
Amen.
Say it again, Charlotte.
Amen.
Say it one more time.
Amen.
Amen. Derek Mark. Let me ask you this question. And I don't want you to answer, but matter of fact, write this question down. I want you to think about it. And if you're watching, I want you to think about this question. Are you attempting to grow in love? Are you attempting to grow in love? Now here goes the second part of the question. At the same pace, you're growing in faith. Are you attempting to grow in love at the same pace you're growing in faith? That's a question, man. What you think about it? And only you can answer it. Jesus did both. Why you can't do both? Some of us have a feeling that, you know what, I either need to work in love or I need to work on faith. But you could really do both. Because it's going to take both to get you out of some of the stuff we done got ourselves into. It's crazy. It's crazy. Who got a cell phone? Who got a charger? Who brought the charger with them? It's in the car. Well, what happens when your cell phone stops working? When the battery runs out? You plug it in. Have you ever lost your charger?
Thank you, Lord.
Woo! How do you feel when you lose your charger? Boy, you're mad, you done tore the house up, you done flipped the cabinets over, your car gone, your spouse done took the car, and now your phone dead. Because guess what? The power source is gone. You cannot connect to the power source because you don't have the charge. Some of us have lost our charge to connect us to the power source that's going to give us the faith and the love. Because now what has happened is you have now put yourself in a position where you cannot get the benefits of your cell phone. That means you are disconnected from the world. And that is crazy. Because when I don't have my cell phone, oh, I can do what I want. One lady can't call me that. She done took the charger. Oh, she ain't gonna call me today. I can go fishing. I can hang out. She's like, the charger in the room. I'm like, oh, shit. Then she sent me an email. Charger right here. You feel lost without your cell phone. Because now without your cell phone, you cannot get the benefits of your cell phone. The same thing with God. When you are disconnected from the power source that fuels our life, now you cannot get the benefits, and God cannot get the benefits of what you're supposed to be doing. Because you're disconnected. You have lost power. Those people in the storm, they lost power. They lost their food. It's in August, September. They lost their AC. Let my AC go out. I'm coming to one of y'all out. I'm going to the hotel. I'm going somewhere. But you have lost the benefits of what the power source does. The crazy part about it, some of us in here have lost the benefits because we have not reconnected back to what God has for us. You lost your power, man. The power to be great, the power to love, and the power to operate and walk in faith. The crazy part about it is, all it takes is a decision. All it takes is you going to your wall, picking up your power, and plugging it into your cell phone, and now you get the benefits. All it takes is you to get up, walk to that place that God has sent you, and say, God, here I am. please reconnect me back to my power source. Some of us have lost our way. Some of us have put ourselves in a position to where we don't even know how to go to God anymore. But now you don't have the benefits of being connected with the power source. And your benefit and your purpose, your destiny has been lost. The crazy part about it, honestly, the only way to get it back is to reconnect. So the question is, when are you going to reconnect? I'm looking at a group of people, and I got people online that I know God has touched with a book, a message, a word, your life testimony that can reconnect somebody else to God. But because you have made a conscious decision not to walk in what God has called you to do, most people are now lost. The question is, what are you going to do? The first lady always said, we never would have met. Would there ever be an Elevation Life Center? That's a question that you say, you know what, God? I'm glad I never have to find out now. Because now we're connected to each other, which allowed us to connect to you. Crazy part about it is, how do you get reconnected? I asked God this question, and then I'm going to stop. The question was, God, what do I need to do? Not as pastor, but as James, to be more connected with you. What do I need to do to walk with you? And guess what he told me? You ready? It's going to shock you. He said, you can't walk with me. You can't walk with me unless you're prepared to do what I did. You can't walk with me unless you're prepared to love like I love. You can't walk with me unless you're prepared to forgive like I forgive. And I'm like, wow. Because there's no way you can walk with me, talk like me, and not wind up being like me. The question is, do you really want to walk with God? In order to walk and talk like God, you have to do like God has done. And the first thing is to love. His greatest sacrifice was sending his son to die for our sins. Are you prepared to do that? Are you prepared to die to yourself and allow God to flow through you? That means being transparent. That means telling your deepest and darkest secret. Better yet, are you prepared to bow down on your knees and pick the crumbs up off the floor like a dog and let them basically call you a dog just to get to where God wants you to be? She did, because she needed a blessing for her child. And when her faith went before her personal decisions and her personal integrity, God says, it is done. You are healed. Your baby is healed. Are you prepared? People say, well, Pastor, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, it ain't about Pastor, it's about you. The sad part about it, some of us have not even tapped into the resource in the spiritual realm because we refuse to go to the spiritual realm to get them. You haven't dispatched your angels to operate in your life. When's the last time you really prayed? I ain't talking about no prayer for dinner and food Well, Lord, I just thank you for waking me up this morning. No, I mean, you really broke down what's really going on in your heart and your mind. When you sit there and say, you know what, God, my heart ain't right. I'm going to be real with you. God, my heart is not right. I don't know if I love her or not. Lord, my finances ain't right. My kids ain't right. I don't even know if I like my kids. Tell them. Or not. God, I don't even know if I like this job. But let me tell you what I am going to start doing, God, is getting into your word. I'm going to take 15 minutes out today and say, you know what, let me read a few scriptures. I'm going to take 15 minutes out there. Just let me talk to you for a minute. I ain't got and all that kind of stuff, but let me just talk to you from my heart. My heart is hurting right now. I'm broken. I'm cracked up. I've been through some things that I'm not pleased of, and I can't get them out my mind because when I go to sleep, they keep coming up. So now I'm at a point now, God, I ain't got no choice but to turn to you. So when does that point happen to you? When do you have the hard conversation? Not with yourself, but with God. Some of us are so afraid to say, you know what? He already knows. You know, one thing we do in marriage counseling is, have you told your deepest and darkest secret to the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with? No. There's some secrets I ain't told First Lady. I got one I need to tell. I guess I better tell her right now in front of y'all. Not. Because it's none of your business.
Amen.
See, some of us talk too much. Some things you tell your spouse, you tell God. Now, if she leaves, she leaves. That's on you. But when you're going to go to God and say, you know what, God, I'm searching for the new me. I can care less what happened to you yesterday. The only thing I care now is about your future and how you walk with God. The crazy part about it, when you leave here today, guess what's going to happen? Ooh, somebody going to make you mad. Somebody going to pull out in front of you. Somebody going to skip you in the line at Walmart. Somebody going to call you on your phone. What you go to church for today? None of your business. You got to prepare yourself because it's coming. The scripture just told you. But when it comes, baby, look at your response. Look at how you handle it. And look at what you're going to do. Are you prepared to have those deep, darkest, hardest secrets with God? People say you need to have them with yourself. But if you can't be honest with God, how you can be honest with yourself? That's hard, ain't it? You can't do it. Fix it. Fix it. Fix it, Tyrone. Go to God and say, you know what? I ain't been the best. I'm going to share this with you and I'm going to stop. One thing that my kids told me they was going after they got older, and our kids on Wednesday night told me the same thing. But one thing they don't like as kids and as teens is for parents to set the expectation and not follow through with it. What that means is don't promise him something you're not going to do. Don't promise God something that you definitely know you ain't going to do. Because now you set yourself up for failure. And so I asked the kids, I said, would you rather for me not to say nothing? Yeah. Because now what you did is give them false hope. If you're not going to go to God and be honest with God, don't give yourself false hope. Just allow the enemy to keep doing what he's doing with you. But if you're going to go to God, be honest with him. Tell him the truth. Look, God, I'm broken. I'm hurt. And this is why I'm hurt. You can't tell God you're hurt, you don't know why. And then allow him to take it from you. Stand to your feet. The amazing part about life is this. At some point in time in your life, you have to make a conscious decision. You have to. You have to make a conscious decision to say, you know what, I'm walking in unforgiveness. This is what some people have done to me, and this is why I'm hurting. This is what church folks have done to me, and this is why I don't go to church. The crazy part about it is, when you go to church and you go to ministries, the enemy has sent some people there just to throw you off your mountain, just to turn you away from church. Just like when you go on your job, there are people on your job just to get you to quit. But at some point, you got to be strong enough to say, you know what, God, here I am. What they say don't matter. What they do don't matter. I'm going to stay the course. When I was in high school, I used to be a track coach, football coach, a volleyball coach, softball coach. But the one sport that stuck out of me in my mind was a track coach. Because there's an event called the 4x1 and the 4x2. And the only way to win the 4x1 and the 4x2 is you had to stay in your lane. You had to stay in your lane. You had to go to the next person, and you had to pass the baton. At some point in time in life, you have to take that baton and pass it, and allow somebody else to take the baton. Allow God to take the baton so that you can keep running the race and win. And he'll take whatever it is and he'll pass it on. But you got to stay in that lane. As you go around those curves, you got to stay in that lane until you come to that finish line. You got to want to win, man. You got to want to win. You got to be so tired of all the failures and all the losses that you're due to win sometimes. And some of you are due to win now. But the only way to win is to take the weight of unforgiveness off of your heart and pass it on to God. You hold on to it, and now it's like it's weighing you down. And as you get older and older and mature, it starts to wear on your body. Don't you want to win? You gotta be sick and tired of losing. And the only way to win is to say, you know what, God, the monkey on my back, but I'm gonna pass it on. I got the chain around my leg, but I'm gonna pass it on. I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't want to wind up like other people. I want what God has for me. And that's the craziness. But you got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. But the greatest moment in my life is when I took the baton and I passed it on to God. And he allowed me to cross the finish line.
Glory to God.
And win.
Thank you, Lord.
That's the greatest moment, man. And for some of you, your finish line is right there. All you got to do is cross it. And say, God, you know what? Here I am. I'm going to pass it to you. Whatever he does with it, he does with it. Don't you pick it up. So if you're ready to cross the finish line, come on up here so we can pray. So we can pray together and we can start this next journey in our life. so we can pass it on to God and say, wow. Pass it on. Elder Brad, Elder Simon, come here. Anybody else? I know you ain't the only one. Mr. Dexter. I know he ain't the only one. If you want somebody to walk down here with you, just tell your next door neighbor, will you walk with me? They'll walk with you. But throw me a sign and I'll come get you. Remember, Mr. Dexter? See, when I get a group of men up here, boy, ooh-wee! Anybody else? Give me a couple more seconds and then we're going to go forward. Amen. Give me a second. I'll come down here with you. The crazy part about this is to have a group of men something to let God deal with it right now. Just let God just do what he do. Let God speak to their hearts. Sometimes we talk too much. The fact that they crossed the finish line on their own is more important to me than these things. Because what he's doing is stripping it off of them. He's stripping it off of them. All the embarrassment, all the pain, all the hurt, they're walking in unforgiveness. And that's hard for men. It's hard for men. Because we're expected to act and want to conduct ourselves in a certain way to where we have a moment of weakness that we can't even break down. And sometimes all you need is another man to lead the way. Not to ask me what's wrong, but just let God deal with me. So now it takes a little bit of extra time just to bring it out of them. So man, y'all sit down. Y'all take a seat. Not y'all. Y'all stay. They stay. They have a seat. Other side. Come here a second, man. And we have to make a decision and say, you know what, God, this thing, this thing, right? But why? And that's the part you got to realize. No matter what nobody else says, it's about your relationship with God and being it right with Him. The heck with everybody else. They have no heaven and hell to put you in. Talk between you and God. And that's the sad part. There shouldn't have to be a tragedy for us to see the glory of God. It should. We should see His glory every day. Every time we wake up, we walk outside, we start our call, we go to our jobs. That's glory enough. That's not enough to see how powerful He is. To be able to wake up another day, to have my right frame of mind, to have my peace, to be able, if I don't even have a house, I got up and I allowed God to say, you know what, I thank you. And that's it. I shouldn't be trying to run a car, I shouldn't be trying to hustle. I should be like, Lord, I just thank you. Allow me to live this day. And that's it. There shouldn't be stipulations on God. When he blesses you with it, listen to us. That's it. That's it, man. That's all right. That's all right. He is up there. Question I want y'all to think about. We want our kids to act the way we are. On this side. Both your children being on this shoulder. Both of them. Father God, that have come to you, Heavenly Father, just to protect you. Father God, that have come to you, Heavenly Father, to open up that door. Father God, we ask you to remove any opportunities in them. Father God, any brokenness, any pain, Father. But Father God, we ask you right now, Father God, to touch them from the head all the way down to the feet. Father God, remove anything that is not pleasing us. But Heavenly Father, as we go forth, Father God, allow them to make the decisions, Heavenly Father, guided by you. Allow them to see you and have those hard conversations. So, Father God, I thank you right now, Father God, for allowing them to cross the finish line, Heavenly Father. For allowing them to pass it on to you, Heavenly Father. Father God, we give you the glory, we give you the praise for what you're about to do in these men's lives. Father God, allow them to shine throughout the world. But Heavenly Father, allow them to be examples for their kids. Father God, allow them to be godly examples for their kids. To allow their destinies to reign and rule, Heavenly Father. But Father God, allow the words, Heavenly Father, of your Son and your Bible to come through, Heavenly Father. Allow them to live the words. But Heavenly Father, allow them to understand, Heavenly Father, and to hear your voice. So Father God, in the middle of the night hour, Father God, I ask you to protect them. Father God, I ask you to come to them and speak to them, Father. Heavenly Father, speak to their hearts, speak to their situations, and speak to their life. So Father God, we thank you. We thank you for allowing them to come out of their seat, Father God. Allow them to get into their lanes, Heavenly Father. Allow them to go forth, Father God, and pass the baton on you, Father God. So, Father God, we thank you for what's about to happen. We thank you for their future, and we thank you for their connection, Father God. I thank you for allowing them to be reconnected with your spirit and your heart. So, Father God, protect them and dispatch your angels over their lives, Father God. Give them a double blessing, Father God, so that they can go forth and be the men that you have called them to be. Father God, we ask you right now to touch everybody else, Father God, that is hearing this word and hearing this message, Father God. If they're under the sound of my voice, Father God, allow them to seek you out, Father God. Allow them to be reconnected to you, Heavenly Father. Allow them to understand that you are the power source, Father God. So, Father God, I thank you for these ministers, these men, these women of God, Father God, that you have placed in Elevation Life Center, Father God. That whatever need that needs to be met, Father God, that it goes forth, Heavenly Father. So, Father God, I thank you right now, Father God, for the couples and the visitors that have come forth, Father God, that are seeking counsel in their marriage, Father God. So I thank you right now for the opportunity, Father God. Father God, we don't take it lightly when we come to you, Heavenly Father. We don't take it lightly when you give us an assignment, Father God. So, Father God, we thank you right now, Father God. We pray, Heavenly Father, that the provisions are made, Heavenly Father, and that you will go before each one of us, Father God. As we leave this place, Father God, go to our workplace, go to our home, Father God. Allow us to find peace and understanding, Father God. Heavenly Father, if it's a financial issue, Father God, we pray, Heavenly Father, for the provisions, Father God. Father God, if it's a heart issue, Father God, we ask you to do the heart surgery, Father God. Heavenly Father, if it's a mind issue, Father God, we ask you to go into our minds, Heavenly Father, and go forth. So, Father God, we thank you, Heavenly Father. We set that expectation, Father God, that we come to you, Heavenly Father, with an open heart and an open mind. So, Father God, I thank you right now. We give you the praise, we give you the glory for what you're about to do in each one of these men's lives. And each one of these lives under the sound of my voice. So, Father God, we thank you. We give you the praise, we give you the glory. And this we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Get them.